Hi guys, Larissa at Prodigal Pieces here. You know, maybe you've seen over on the blog that we've been working on our family room. We're getting ready to put the finishing touches on a lot of it. Still have some built-ins to do over here. But after updating our fireplace a little bit a few years ago, it's time to paint this insert here. It's a wood burning insert. I need to clean it and get it ready to go. I thought I'd show you guys how to do that because maybe, I don't know, you just don't know, never done it before. But when you have a fire going, you've got slits in there and all sorts of things. I'm not painting the interior, but mainly the exterior. We're gonna be doing some updating and we'll share everything with you, so stay tuned. All right, we're ready to get this job done. First, obviously, you would want to be clean in what you're doing to get a nice smooth finish, but also just, it makes sense to clean. We are avid wood burners. This is one of our main sources of heat for our part of the country. So we make sure that we clean our chimney every year at the beginning of the season to get rid of any of the soot buildup. And then also try to maintenance throughout the year. It's been a while since I have done a fresh paint job on this, so I thought, now we're in the remodel mode, now's the time to get it done, so we're gonna do that. But first I'm gonna use my shop vac here, clean up all the debris, because then I'll be using my steam machine to get it nice and clean on the surface so it'd be prepped for paint. But I don't want that steam machine blowing the debris around, you know, flying into the air. So I'm gonna clean this up first here in a minute. Okay, so my debris is gone. I'm waiting for my HomeRite steam machine here. I gotta tell you, I love this thing. It is so handy. If you haven't seen my other videos or my blog posts over at prodigalpieces.com, I've shown how I've used it to not only do some last minute cleaning, like fly around in the net. When you have last minute company coming and didn't know it, this thing saves the day. Also, I've had the other video showing how I've done my ovens, my cooktop, my refrigerator, totally versatile, even my floors. I love it on my grouts in my bathroom. No more scrubbing and using chemicals, chemical free. This is totally wonderful. So I'm gonna be using here to clean it up, get it done. I'm gonna make sure to not get the steam and the moisture build up into my blowers here. That's key for electronic part, but other than that, it's pretty fair game. So what you want to do with this steam machine is use a distilled water. There's no minerals, no risk of getting hard deposits inside your machine. You can use tap water, but then you're kind of stuck having to use some sort of cleaner to get rid of that residue eventually. So better to go with just distilled water. It's cheap at the dollar store. And you're pretty much gonna fill up with the funnel and put as much in as you like. Here is the spray hose here that we're gonna be using. I'm gonna attach the attachments with the black nylon bristles so that I don't scratch my surface of my insert. But once this light clicks off, we're ready to go. So I'm gonna finish getting set up here. I did want to make mention too, we did pull the insert out, I don't know, about 6 inches away from the fireplace, and I have this cardboard underneath to catch any other stuff. We're still on our subfloor here, so I'm not too concerned about this getting messy, but you do want to consider prep for your area as well. When I get ready for the next steps, I'll show you how we do that to get ready for paint. Here I attach the nozzle, just slips on with a click, and it comes with different brushes, different squeegees for glass. You could use this in your car. That's the other video I have as well. Totally helps me. I have 6 kids and we make a mess of our vehicles, especially in winter with all the snow and gunk. The steam machine just is wonderful. So I seriously think you should add it to your tool arsenal list. But anyway, I'm going to be attaching this black nylon bristle brush so that I can do the glass as well as the surface of the insert here. So also wanted to say that it can get kind of loud. So when I'm ready to do this, because the debris might be flying, I'm gonna use protective gear. I'm cautious also about what I breathe in and my hearing. Don't have any issues with that, so I wear my earplugs and then I'll be putting on just this dust mask here. All right, so as soon as that clicks, we're ready to go. Check out the difference there. Wow. Normally I use like a Brillo pad and a bowl of water and I'm scrubbing, but this thing, I mean, I had that done in seconds, just this paint. And I don't know about you, but you want to see your fire. It's all about ambiance and enjoying it. So I'm gonna go finish this and then we'll move on to the exterior. Okay, the inside part there's ready. Now for the outside. I did go and take the nozzle off and rinse it under some water in the sink so that's ready for the next step, so I'm not spreading more. But I'm going to work on cleaning the tile here and just the exterior. And as I mentioned, not going to be blasting into the blowers there. Just don't want to risk it. I will take those apart manually and clean them out because they need that too. But we are mid-season burning here, so it doesn't matter what time of year this is. You can get this done and keep your things working efficiently and safely. All right, I'm ready and prepped to go. Now, normally I would be using my Home Right Finish Max sprayer to spray this because I totally love how it gives a nice smooth finish. But unfortunately, the paint I was using only came in a can like this, in a spray can. So I will be using this, the color, it's a change up a little bit. Instead of a black, which we normally use, I'm going with a brown. And I'm excited, it's just nice to have it change. We've been here for 15 years, so time for a little change. But I did want to make a few precautions. You can see I taped off everything that I didn't want to get paint on it, such as the glass and the tile. My drop cloth here. I'm inside. If I could take this out, I would. Today's not a good day to be out doing it as far as temperature goes. Working inside here, and I have all the windows, the doors open. I'm also going to be using my respirator. This is nasty stuff, nothing to fool around with. I also have a sheet of plastic up, which is separating the room from the rest of the house, so that my return ducts don't send it through the furnace either. So a lot of precautions just to be safe. It's always better to be safe than sorry. I'm gonna be following the manufacturer instructions here. 2 to 3 light coats, 10 minutes between coats, and basically really simple. So also it recommends if you wanted to use an acetone to wipe it down once you've got it clean, just to get rid of any extra residue that might be there. It's a good idea. You could use a primer if you prefer. I'm not, because I've already had the paint on here, but let's say you're starting fresh. They do make a primer to go with this, so just take that in consideration. All right, let's go. Gonna go over this quick because it's a little stinky in here. First coat, I'm gonna give it probably about 3, letting it cure a few minutes in between. I'm liking the way this is looking. It's going on easy. Just need to wipe the nozzle every once in a while to prevent any drips from flying. But here we go. I'll show you the end result in a bit. And we're done. I'm excited. I like the new color. I debated on doing maybe a soft blue. They have so many colors available now to make this look neat, but I'm kind of a person that likes to change up color a lot, so I thought I'd keep it kind of neutral so that my decorative pieces and furniture and things can stand out. So I let this cure overnight, and the can says really it could be 2 hours before I could heat this back up, so I just thought I'll let it go. Fire was already dead. I'll start fresh in the mornings. Here we are, ready to go. Clean, painted. Now, the painting not only makes it look better, but you know, there's rust issues. This helps prevent any rusting or other damage happening to our inserts or fireplace surround, because you could do this to a surround too, especially if you have one of them brassy kind. Great way to update, but feel free to ask any questions. I'm always available. I have links down below for different blog posts, my email. If you subscribe to my newsletter, you get that right in your email inbox, and a freebie and a discount to my shop. I'm not sure if I'm completely done with this, meaning this tile has always been calling to me to add a little accent. I've been debating on some sort of a Nordic pattern. Not quite sure where I'm gonna go with that just yet, but I'm gonna wait until the room's done and kind of decide from there. Also, this concrete hearth, I don't know if you can see in the video here, it's got some chips and damage to it and some staining. I debated on doing an acid stain. I debated on doing another stencil to this instead, painting it, making it look faux. I haven't decided yet, but I'd love to hear what you would do. If you have any advice or some tips or something, you know, just an idea, it's always fun to hear, and you never know, I might actually use it, I might not, I don't know. But anyway, we have more to come on this family room remodel and invite you to follow along. We have lots of things planned. Next up is our hardwoods, and I said the built-in, so I'm excited to see what we've got reveal here. Until next time, bye.